So there's a very badly behaving teenager out of Vancouver, but he started the Oregon wildfires. He's been ordered to pay $37 million in damages. He's a 15-year-old from Vancouver, Washington. He launched fireworks into the canyon in Oregon last year, and this ignited a dry brush fire. Yeah, I was looking at some videos of the flames. It lasted 2 months, spreading over more than 48,000 acres. Yeah, it's no joke. It's pretty serious.
Really not a joke.
So a judge has ruled about what would happen to this kid. What would he have to pay? Basically, Judge John A. Olson issued the fine, which covers the cost of firefighting, repair, and restoration to the gorge and the damage to homes, and ordered the boy to serve 1,920 hours of community service. Victims include the U.S. Forest Service and Oregon's Department of Transportation. Now, here's a little stipulation on this ruling, because you're probably thinking $37 million. You're lucky if you ever see that in your lifetime. The judge ruled the teenager could set up a payment plan, which could be halted without paying the fine in full after 10 years, as long as he completed his 5 years of probation and did not commit any other crimes. Now, what's interesting is that the boy's lawyer thought that this was absolutely absurd and that there should be a more reasonable and rational penalty for the child. But a lot of people are saying that this is actually makes sense, and it's basically 10 years, and they're setting up a payment plan. So I'm interested, what is your take on this, Amir?
Yeah, I mean, it's symbolic, and the whole situation is really bad. Forest fires are no joke. You're doing so much damage, and I don't even think that 37 million would even cover the damage that was done to people's lives, to nature, whatever. But like, who shoots a firework into a canyon? That's something Wile E. Coyote would do.
No, it's incredibly reckless, and I think that you do have to set an example that sort of behavior, it's not.
Yeah.
So my dad used to say, it's not cute, it's not funny, and there will be consequences.
Yeah.
My dad literally always used to say that to us as growing up, and I think that there are absolutely consequences, and the judge has held fast to that. He said that the largest figure that he would find for prior juvenile restitution cases in Oregon was $114,000. So it's, there is some sort of a precedent, and also that he's not going to be budging on this. That he will have to be paying.
Look, climate is getting warmer, and it gets a lot drier in a lot of these places, and it's more and more serious, and we need to get people to take it seriously. So that's what a judgment like this will hopefully do.
Right, because even though it's easy to say, like, well, of course he didn't understand what would have happened. Well, you need to understand. You also do need to set an example for other people. 75 square miles were burnt. That's insane. And another part of what his restitution will be is that he has to write 150 letters of apology. So I don't think any of this, to me, feels particularly
for the damage that one human caused.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
it took 3 months for that fire to burn out, didn't it?
It took. I have on here. It took 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah. It spread over 48,000 acres.
Yeah.
I mean, that really.
Have you ever caused any damage? I mean, obviously not to this extent, but as like a kid, you were saying we were bad kids.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, the most damage I've ever done has probably been online to my dad's Facebook account, and I said that he divorced my mom, and we got a lot of concerned phone calls.
Oh my God, what?
That was pretty bad.
When was this?
That was in high school.
Great.
We just said that we just put it as divorced. We didn't think anyone would notice, and we had a lot of concerned relatives just check in.
Oh my God, what?
Make sure everything was fine. That was the most damage, and I remember my dad changed his Facebook status to, "I'm sorry, heads will be rolling," and my brother and I slept in, well, we didn't sleep, but we lived in fear for the weeks to come because he kept saying that he would get back to us on Facebook passive-aggressively like a child. And my mom didn't understand.
The worst that's ever happened to me, my friend logged into my Facebook and changed my birthday to that day. And a bunch of people started wishing me happy birthday.
That's nice, though. And that also weeds out, weird. That way you know who knows you and who doesn't know you.
Like you know that every year on your birthday when you get only like 20 people wishing you happy birthday.
Oh, that's an Amir problem because he doesn't have friends.
Grace even left Facebook so she doesn't even have to wish
That's
me
true.
happy birthday.
I left Facebook because I didn't want to list my father as divorced again, and it's just too tempting because I learned his Facebook password.